and allow me to be the very first to welcome you to the Masters of the Nerdiverse. We are here. We are back live at Masters of the Nerdiverse live, MOTN live, where mostly of all things can happen. I'm, of course, your favorite of all time collector extraordinaire, Mike G. And with me is my squadron of elite rebels. Let's do introductions all around just in case this is someone's first episode. Let's start with the lovely, but also tyrannical Tootie Odin. What's going on?
Oh, I thought you were going to say Brian. What's up? How are you?
Both apply. They both apply,
Yeah,
right?
I know. That's what I'm saying. Yeah,
That
Brian's very lovely.
Brian is lovely. Let's talk
Yes, he
about
is.
the loveliness. Our dandelion himself, the Jedi counselor. Wash, what's going on?
What up? Yes, a cat trainer can range from $16.32 an hour to $37.86, and you can
Wow.
get a consultation package for $450, and that will get you a cat behaviorist.
A cat
So
whisperer.
a cat whisperer, for lack of better words. I mean, lower pay than I would have thought. I mean, I would have thought you'd be out there charging a couple of hundred bones per hour for that type of thing.
Hmm.
So, at any
There's
rate.
It's highly necessary.
highly
I'm
necessary.
Brian.
He needs a
That's your
cat whisperer.
information for the day.
Nerdiverse, if you're out there and you are a cat whisperer who's on the cheap, holler at Wash. Find him on Insta. Talk to the
Please,
man.
I think
we're having
Bradley's
roommate
here.
issues.
Bradley is here, MOTM alum, and also friend of the show, and burn notice enthusiast. Bradley is here. Absolutely.
You guys are nerds.
Burn
Glad you
notice
said that.
rules, dude. What you guys know about it? How's everybody feeling this evening? How's everybody's week been going?
Oh, my week was just a giant pile of poo, but
Oh no.
it's all good.
Did you
My
win
hand
though?
hurts.
Did you?
I'm alive. We're all alive.
For
Okay.
sure.
So
Are
that's it.
you
We survived. That's it.
are you
But we
winning,
are,
son?
and I know that if you saw the social media post, you might have saw something that we're talking Andor. It's been the week where I have not seen Andor yet.
Okay, good.
Let
Then I have a chance, Mike.
Yeah, I was gonna say let Toots off the hook. Then we
Yeah.
no spoilers, no
No
spoilers.
spoilers.
No,
Honestly, I haven't read or seen any. All I've heard is it's extremely well written and it's the best it's the best Star Wars is going to do in a really long time. And I for that alone, I want to check it out. Plus, like I said, I already like the premise from the get-go. So
Mr. Ed's
now
in the
it's
house.
just
Mr. Ed's in the
time.
house.
Well, yeah. So we got nothing there. Sorry.
I'm gonna
I
bite
have
my
seen
lip.
one or two spoilers, but that about covers it. And Tootie, just FYI, as far as a spoiler goes, I mean, you saw Rogue One, right? So you essentially that's where it ends. So it's not really spoiling
Oh yeah,
much.
that's what Mike said.
You
Mike
know
said
what I
it's not
mean?
exactly spoiling.
We talked about that
Night, Mike.
right before the show started, I think, is, Andor's a hard show to spoil
Yeah.
necessarily.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? In these
Accurate.
last three episodes, there seems to be one or two things that I guess I wasn't shocked to see, but yeah, I was spoiled for them if they're even real. I don't know,
Spoilers.
but I will
Hey,
not be discussing it
hey,
here.
hey,
Michael may have something to say
hey,
about it.
Wash.
Hmm.
Thanos shows up.
Oh, damn, that'd be
Thanos,
dope.
Thanos shows
Thanos
up. Dog.
versus Vader. I'm in.
Hey,
I
Thanos
do want to
has
hear a little bit of what Michael has to say about it.
Yeah, Thanos has a very emotional scene with Officer Krennic, and they talk
Daredevil?
and
No, what's his name?
the double D's.
Oh my
Thanos has an emotional moment with the double D's. Without spoiling it, no
Yes,
spoilers.
because
Of
I
course,
will,
you will wring my neck through the internet. I get it.
bro. We will. It'll hurt friendships.
I
Go on.
understand. Well, all I'll say is that this is the Star Wars I've been asking for. This is the Star Wars I've been asking for. Just it could be more than space wizards and TIE fighters. It can be something a bit different
I
and
thought,
Andor.
but you were asking for Skeleton Crew too, right? Just as an FYI.
Yeah, that's also different.
Okay.
Skeleton
All right.
Crew is different. Um,
By
is
the
it
way,
as
shout
good?
out Fern, the new Buffy. Fern
Who's
from
Fern?
Skeleton Crew.
That's the new Buffy the Vampire Slayer?
That's the new Buffy.
Say word.
Say word. Fern.
Wow. They're redoing
I don't
Buffy
know
the
her name.
Vampire Slayer?
Yeah, with Sarah Michelle Gellar, so she will be in the show as well. But they are doing a remake. I was not a big Buffy fan. I was a Charmed guy, so I didn't do the Buffy. And then who was the dude after Buffy?
Angel?
Angel.
Angel. Yeah, I didn't do that. I was caught up in Charmed and Alyssa Milano and Shannon Dorothy and all of that good stuff. So yeah, but that large fan base, man.
Oh no, you,
Charmed wasn't bad.
Charm wasn't
Dude, Charmed,
bad.
it's
I,
epic.
I like the
Charmed was better than
comics.
Angel. Angel sucked.
I like the Buffy
But it went
comics.
on for like 9 seasons or
Yeah.
Hated
something
it. So
stupid, man.
annoying.
Hated
That's
it.
so good. Like, damn.
Yeah.
Nothing beats Supernatural though. Those were epic times though. The
This
Supernatural.
th-
Oh
did
yeah,
he
they're about this. They're about on about the same time, right? Supernatural, Charmed, all that, right?
yeah, the
Hmm.
CW days.
Mm-hmm.
Smallville, Charmed, Supernatural. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Jim Tan Laundry.
Smallville. Yeah, that's a good one.
What you know about Jim Tan Laundry right there?
Oh my God. I haven't heard that in a long time.
That was the
GTL.
GTL Jim Tan Laundry. No,
That
this
was back before that's flip phones. That was before we got like actual video on our phone. You know what I mean?
yeah,
We were still like four options. One was a phone, the other was the internet with the World Wide Web going around it, and the Earth with the yellow
man.
circle. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That was before they started putting deepfakes in the news. Good times. you know.
Wow, that got dark quick.
Yeah. Like,
The
damn.
the good times, nothing to worry about.
Mhm.
But yeah, man. What was your favorites? What was your favorite CW production?
Between
All of it.
Charmed and Smallville.
Nice.
Between those two, like I'm literally splitting hairs, and if I have to
Man.
pick, I'm going to pick Smallville because God, season 8, 9, and 10 of Smallville.
Nah. Nah, bro.
Oh,
Yeah.
I
I
may have
got you,
to pick
dog.
Charmed. I
But
don't
you weren't a
know. That's a
fan of
rough
the
one.
you weren't a fan of the Blur, dog? You didn't like the Blur?
I was just upset that we never got Superman, and I guess this will
Huh.
just go into one of the topics of my topics of the week. But we got our Superman trailer, our
Ooh.
full length trailers. So, did you get any Smallville vibes from it?
Yeah, I was I always say Tootie Oda reminds me of Lois Lane. So there's this one scene where they're interviewing and he calls her Cronkite. He's like, "Okay, there, Cronkite." You know what I mean? Right before she does the interview, the comic accurate interview with Superman. You know what I mean? And the only thing I really take away from that trailer outside of boom boom action is that they're making Lois right. Like Lois is a no nonsense. I don't care who you are. I'm coming at you reporter. And in that small scene, you can see her like grilling him, and Superman's getting offended. Like how, like you're supposed to be like we're in love. Why are you coming at me like this? Like no, I'm not interviewing the person. I'm not interviewing Clark. I'm interviewing Superman. And these are the questions the world has, and that alone gives me a little bit more hope in this film, and gets me hype. I like seeing interpersonal interactions like that. I don't know.
Did you see the trailer, Tootie?
I did.
What are your
What are your
thoughts?
thoughts?
Wait a minute. There's a new one.
Yeah, new one.
Oh no, I did not.
Oh,
My bad.
new,
Nope.
new,
Did not see the new.
the new.
Well, I guess I got it, but no, I did not yet.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
I will say that I I didn't mind it. Like, I didn't mind it. I'm let's put it this way. If James Gunn's name hadn't have been on it and I was looking at that trailer, I'd probably feel completely different about it. You know what I
Really?
mean? But
Okay.
knowing it's in James Gunn's hands, like it's when you were talking boom boom action, like those crypto scenes with the people, and something about it just rang a tad over the top for me. I know we're talking about Superman, you know what I mean? But in James Gunn's hands, something like a Guardians of the Galaxy, even with the second crew, he still made charming and fun and heartwarming. So I'm assuming we're going to get the same type of deal.
I
No
concur.
one's going to leave the theater upset at
Nah,
Superman, you know what I
this
mean?
movie, this movie has too much writing on it. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is the make or break for them, dude. Like, if this fails, that's it. I don't see a rebound after this. So I think
It's
Batman.
Batman.
It's Batman. No, I just think I think a lot of pressure is on Mr. Gunn to bring home the bacon, and I think he is. I think they're gonna this film is. I think it's one of those where it's like this is impervious of failure. You know, they're gonna pull out every bell and every whistle so this doesn't fail. So we'll see. I don't know.
We'll see. Good trailer, though.
Good trailer.
Oh, okay. Well, I gotta watch it.
Yeah. There's a scene. There's a scene where Crypto has a little cape and it's cute because he's the toy that they have to sell.
He's
I
gonna be
like
the star of the
Crypto.
show, I would
Oh, yeah.
imagine.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
I like him. I just didn't expect to see him fighting bad guys. You know what I mean?
What you
It
mean?
came off very like Turner and Hooch. You know what? And it was like I don't know if all that's really
Are
necessary
you
in my
serious?
Superman.
That's
Yes,
a
I'm being perfectly serious with that, and
bro,
I get it. Again, James gunn comics, whatever, great. I'm just telling you what my eyes saw. So
dude. Crypto is in the comics. Crypto is a problem, dude. Crypto can take on teams.
all right, well,
He- Crypto is kind of crazy. Like all the super pets are like Crypto, Streaky. I forget what the horse's name is. There's a
I
super
don't know.
horse
They made
too.
they made a movie. I didn't watch it.
I didn't watch it either. No. Did you? Okay, randomness. In that movie, there's a scene where Dwayne the Rock Johnson plays Black Adam's dog because he was pushing Black Adam at that time. Remember, where he was
Hmm.
where the hierarchy
Still
of
haven't
power.
seen it.
Oh, it's so bad. Don't watch Black Adam. Oh, it's. You know about the Rock clause? Does anybody know what I'm talking about? The Rock clause, where he
No.
has a
Nope.
clause in his contract where he can never lose a fight in his movies. He can never lose.
What?
Yeah, he has a clause in his contracts that he can never get beat up in his movies ever
All right.
because he's the biggest and the baddest and the strongest and he never loses.
All right.
Dwayne the Rock Johnson, and that's where he was having issues with Vin Diesel because Vin Diesel's just as I guess pompous and cocky, and they just super butt heads on Fast and Furious.
Well, yeah, that makes sense. That 100% makes sense. I mean, I'm a big Rock fan, but he lost me after San Andreas.
Damn, you're not wrong.
Sorry, I was done. I was
Toots,
looking forward to it, and I was
Yes, sir.
depressed.
random question. What's your
Random
favorite
answer.
random answer? What's your favorite disaster movie?
The day after tomorrow.
Good. That was mine too. Good answer.
Yeah, I
Amazing
love that
answer.
movie.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I kind of like Dante's Peak
Ooh, that's a good one too.
That's a good one too. Yeah.
when they're driving on the fire on the volcano. I remember sitting in the theater going, "Wait, cars can do that for a little bit?
For a
Really?"
little bit. For
You
a
know,
little bit.
I was what 15. You know, I was hoping.
Dude.
Don't
See,
don't try that at home, folks.
between Dante's Peak and Volcano, I like Volcano better because it was LA. You know what I'm saying? It was
Oh.
super LA. Man, remember the
What
trailer?
was?
The movie
Oh, you know what?
Yeah.
You know what else? Besides that, what did I say? Day after tomorrow, Independence Day. It's
I mean,
probably
that's
number one
that's the GOAT,
disaster
right?
movie.
That's the GOAT
Yeah,
disaster
sure.
movie. I mean, you can't get much better than that.
It does count as a disaster movie, right? I mean,
Oh yeah,
it was a disaster.
it was a
I mean,
disaster.
everything was a disaster.
It was all of it.
So,
Well,
I
somebody
mean,
please think of the children.
by
Yeah,
definition,
technically, we were going to lose that one.
We should have lost that one.
Yeah. We were toasted on that. Without Will Smith and Jeff Goldblum,
Making a
we
place,
would have been screwed.
defeating alien technology with like 10-bit.
Punching an alien in the face.
Welcome to Earth, dog.
Welcome to Earth.
Welcome to Earth, dog.
Oh
Yeah.
God, Will Smith's my favorite.
Remember when that? Remember when that border collie jumped out the way of that explosion? And that shit was real epic. Vivica A.
remember
Fox's
that.
dog was in the tunnel of fire,
Oh yeah.
and that shit dodged the super explosion. That didn't make no sense. Looking border collie dodged the turbo explosion from alien fire, dog. It's crazy.
Bradley said, "Stop with the super pets."
Sorry, Bradley. Some things must be talked about. Anything could happen. My apologies, dog.
That's hilarious.
Nobody
That's
likes super pets, apparently. Man.
All right.
What else
All right.
anybody do? What's with everybody? What's going on with everybody?
Tootie, why don't you hop in? No.
Well, oh, I did have something I want to ask you guys. I don't know if you guys saw in the group chat. I sent the whole Denzel Washington being part of the X-Men, but he's I think he's either going to play Professor X or Magneto. I can't remember which one it was. I don't really care. I bet he's probably going to kill it, but isn't he a Holocaust survivor?
Yeah. So that's why I think it's Booth. I think that's Booth.
So,
I think that's but what I'm hearing that Daniel Day-Lewis is going to play Magneto. Which would be
that's kinda
crazy.
If Daniel Day-Lewis comes out of retirement to play Magneto, first, my mind is going to be blown that he came out of retirement to
For that.
play Magneto. Secondly, I am going to need to see this movie. Last week, we were talking about lining up for things. I will have to be lining up because I just don't believe it. You say the words, and it sounds like ice cream and beans are good.
Sir Laurence Olivier is Ace Ventura, Pet Detective.
Like, what? What?
What?
So I haven't heard that.
I heard it.
That's insane.
Yeah.
That's insane.
I heard about Denzel too, and I'm with you, Toots. One major part of Magneto's origin story is that he's a Holocaust survivor. So how do you work around that? You know,
the math ain't mathin'.
that's what I'm
I mean,
saying. The math ain't mathin', baby.
Math ain't mathin' there.
Well, you know, Denzel can play a Roman dictator in in Gladiator 2, so anything could happen. It's MOTN live.
Anything can happen, and he killed it in that role.
I'm sure he did.
He was I don't know. I mean, again, he was just training day Denzel, but in a Roman robe.
What's that
Greek
one?
robe. I think it was Roman.
What's that one joke by Mooney? He was like, Tom Cruise is the last samurai. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
He was like,
Yeah.
Tom Hanks is the last N-word.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
rest in peace.
Yeah.
That guy was a
That's
beast.
Paul Mooney. Yeah.
That's Paul Mooney. Yeah.
Yeah. That's good.
Tom Hanks. Oh, it's just.
That said, The Last Samurai was way too long, but it was a good movie. I wasn't
Yeah.
upset at it. I went in highly critical. Like, what are we doing? But anyway, speaking of which, I really haven't watched the last 5 or 6 Mission Impossible films, and I see them coming out with another one,
I have
and I'm
no
like,
desire.
is there like a something I'm missing here? Because these things keep making like $1 billion, and it's like, damn, dude, like y'all were on Mission Impossible 6 back in like 2004. Like, where are we?
Have you guys watched them?
No, I haven't seen.
They're actually really good.
I was just going to
This is
say,
my
Toots,
question.
Yeah, they're really good.
Yes.
Okay.
Weirdly enough, the
Yeah.
Mission Impossible series is bulletproof.
Yeah.
They're all pretty good.
They're all really fucking good.
They're
yeah.
all pretty good.
Yeah.
Okay, because I see this new one coming out, and I see Tom promoting it at Cannes, and I'm like, I
It's
haven't seen,
kind of
like, the last
weird.
4,
Yeah, it's
5.
kind of weird how good they are. Like, I can't think of a bad one.
No, I can't either. They're all really good. They're all very well done. Like, yeah.
And they're not all the same. They're all like different and unique, and like.
I mean, it's Mission Impossible. It's not going to.
What's cool? I mean, for most of them, it's the same core characters. You know what I mean? So I mean, other than that, yeah, that's what makes him so good. Is what are they going to do this time? You know? So yeah,
all Bradley said was nope. He's hilarious. Though. He's like,
God,
nah,
they
nah.
are
That's,
good.
you know
For
what? You
someone
know,
who doesn't like movies like that, I like them a lot.
I can
Yeah.
already tell
Okay.
why Bradley doesn't like the Mission Impossible movies because he hates when like white dudes do real big kicks, like do like big old boot kicks. Think of like
Just
think of like Neo in like the Matrix where he does those real big boot kicks. Like Bradley hates that. That's like a pet peeve of his. So anytime 5'3" Tom Cruise does a real big kick on somebody, it probably irks his spirit. Am I wrong? Is my is my estimate of my lifelong friend wrong?
Bradley doesn't like them. He said he's tried several times.
Yeah,
So
man, he's not a
that's
fan.
giving him a chance.
Garbage.
I find them. I thought they were really good.
I
Yeah.
love him, man. I don't know what to tell
Yeah.
you.
And just as a quick backtrack, you guys mentioned Patricia A. Fox, and I just want to do a shout out to the show Missing with her and Katarina Scorsese. I can't pronounce her name. She's in Grey's Anatomy she's been in Grey's Anatomy for like the last 10 years or something like that. At any rate, fantastic, underrated like cop mystery series where someone has like psychic abilities and they find missing people with them. You think on the surface, man, this doesn't really sound that good. In reality, it's a great series. Missing.
Interesting.
What's it on?
Uh, I don't know. I don't know if it's on anything. Probably on like Plexi.
Amazon Prime.
The hell?
It's on Tubi.
Missing.
I'll look it up.
It's on Tubi.
Fandango, Plex. I was right, and then yeah, Fandango and Plex are free. By the way, Roku has like a streaming sale going on right now. If anyone needs like BritBox or looking for one of those different uh, second tier. I'm not going to call them like lower, but just second tier type of subscription services. That Shutter is one. The horror subscription service.
Shutter
You can
used to
go in.
be free.
I love Shutter.
Oh,
Damn it.
well, you can go in
Yeah.
there now, and like today's like streaming day, so you can get a subscription for like $1.99.
Well, that's kind of cool.
We take
Yeah.
those, dude.
Shutter's been around for a really long time, actually. One of the first
Yeah.
before even knowing it. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah.
What's a show that used to scare you as a kid that wasn't supposed to be scary?
Mm, Unsolved Mysteries?
Do,
Or
do,
was
do,
that
do,
supposed
do,
to be
do, do,
scary?
do, do. I don't know because they were like the murderer has been uncaught for 10 years and he lives in your neighborhood. Do, 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 do. I love me some unsolved
I don't.
You,
mysteries.
you know what else was scary but wasn't scary at all? Do you guys remember the show A Current Affair?
Yeah,
It
that
used
rings
to
a
come on
bell.
like at 3 p.m., 4 p.m. It was like an afternoon news. It was like Inside Edition, but the intro was so intense. Yeah, it was
I
like it was like the very first Inside Edition where it just did random ass stories of heartbreak
Exposés,
and
Doug.
yeah,
Yeah,
exactly. Yeah.
that's where Maury Povich first came from, and I want to say Connie Chung too
Oh, I
was.
think you're right.
That's I want to say they were like doing that. I remember the show just being on, but yeah, I forgot all about that.
I think
That's
you're
great.
right. Yeah,
Great
that was one
pull.
of those scary ones that wasn't scary, but yeah.
No, I don't really have anything in this category. I will say, as a reoccurring nightmare that actually I thought about until, well, into adulthood. But when I was a child, like I used to hear like, the Mr. Rogers train that with the
Mm.
do do do. Right. So my blood or you hear your pulse in your ear, right? So I'd hear the pulse in my ear and I'd be seeing shadows around the door and I'd visualize like that train coming around the door, and for whatever reason it would terrify the living crap out of me. And I had that as a reoccurring dream for a very long time. I also had one with Grover where we were just falling in a mine cave and he was just laughing at me. And we were just falling and I could see him because he had on his miner hat. You know the episode I'm talking about. He has the miner hat and his little stick and we're both falling and he's just and I can see him laughing. Yeah, that shit will still pop up
That sounds
occasionally. And it's
terrible.
like damn, what's that about?
We would have got along really well as kids. Watch. We would have just been sitting around with our emo selves talking about our ongoing nightmares from the most. Yeah, because I would. Yeah.
Random.
The show that used to scare me as a kid was Pete and Pete. I didn't like
What?
Pete and Pete. They used to scare me because of the
the
neighbors.
hell?
The neighbors were. It was so off-putting. It reminded me. It was like kids' Twin Peaks. Pete and Pete was.
Yes, it was. Yeah, it was like kids. That's great.
So
Yeah,
I
that's
don't know
kind
what
of
you're
what it
talking
was.
about.
The
Pete and
Adventures of
Pete?
Pete and Pete
Oh man,
on what was it on
on
Snick?
Nickelodeon.
It was on Snick, Saturday
Yeah.
Night Nick.
Oh,
Yeah.
that looks terrifying.
Yeah, I don't like it.
Because they're gingers, right?
They are,
I mean, when you look at the cover, yeah, it's like, what is this?
yeah, it's like kids'
this
version
does not
of
look
Twin
good.
Peaks. They were ginger children in this weird like it was the type of neighborhood that Michael Myers lived in. You know what I'm saying? Like it's the same neighborhood that the Myers house was just down the street.
I'm
And-
so tempted to pull it up right
Really?
now. But
Yeah, it was like the same universe. That's what it felt like, at least when I was a kid. Like
That's
just
funny.
Funny.
someone's gonna. It was like it always had this undercurrent that someone's gonna get murdered in Pete and Pete. You know what I'm saying?
kinda, not
I didn't-
really, but
In the
kinda.
you know what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying?
You're not
Watch?
gonna make it home tonight.
No.
Pete.
You know what? It was a good. It was. Twin Peaks matches The Office, but with kids.
Yes.
That's what it was. Yeah.
I'm the
I mean, the
strongest
thing
man in the
has it-
world.
It has an 8.4 out of 10 on IMDb.
Because it's an amazing show.
It's goated.
It's so good. Yeah, and
it's just-
that's it's a good over and over rewatch. I love Pete and Pete.
Yeah, it's just as a kid, it got under my skin. I don't know.
I don't
Maybe
get it.
maybe that and Are You Afraid of the Dark were kind of back to back, so my brain was already kind of in that mode.
Yeah, that makes sense.
You know anything
That
about
makes
that
sense.
either?
Really?
Brian's slightly older,
I forget.
just
man.
slightly.
We got to talk about
So
the
he-
Twilight Zone and
he
Andy
barely
Griffith
missed
show and
All of that.
Yeah, there's just a gap where it went from like to Power Rangers. I can't remember what I was into, but then it went to Power Rangers, and that's where I started to trail off, and then it really got into like anime and Pokemon, and I was like, I don't know what's happening anymore. I just play video games.
Okay, did all of us watch Inspector Gadget,
oh yeah,
Cartoon or movie?
the cartoon?
oh yeah.
Hells yeah.
Okay, so we're
We're
not
finding-
that far
We're
off.
finding
We're
common
not that
ground.
far off.
We're finding
Yeah.
common ground. You know what I'm saying?
Cool.
Right. Okay, so that's good.
Yeah.
That's about the only one I can think of that might have been where all of us were. Animaniacs.
Oh, yeah.
Animaniacs.
Okay.
Oh,
All
yeah.
right. Okay.
Actually, I just sold a very cool black and white Animaniacs trading card, and it was like a black and white edition, and it was so pretty. It was so pretty, and it didn't last long. I was like, yeah, I can see how that sold. So
For sure.
for
Cool.
trading card, $6-7, pretty
Was-
decent.
Wasn't Power Rangers like the bridge to adolescence? Like that was right when you were turning from a kid to like a young adult. It was like the Power Rangers line. You know what I mean? Right after Power Rangers is when girls start being cute. You know what I'm saying? You start trying to dress actually for fashion. You just matured like a little bit after Power Rangers. Or is that just me and
Yeah,
my
well,
squadron?
No, I think so. Yeah, that makes sense.
you know?
yeah, that makes sense.
Power Rangers is about 10 to 12 years old, and 10 to 12 years old was a lot more innocent back then than 10 to 12 years old now.
Hell
I can
yeah.
only imagine.
Jesus. Sick sad world. you guys know that reference?
Daria.
Oh hell yeah. That's another
I
one.
did watch me some Daria. I loved me some freaking Daria.
There's another one. Daria.
La
fucking
la
Beavis and
la
Butthead.
la la.
Love Daria.
Did you guys ever watch The Head?
Yeah, but I didn't like the head.
Oh, he had a little
That
alien.
was
He had an alien
that was
in
a
his
bit
head.
that was a Adult Swim before Adult Swim, and I wasn't
Yeah.
into that yet. Yeah. Do
The Head, the Max, bro. Remember The Max?
you remember Syphil and Ollie?
Syphil and Ollie. I remember Syphil.
Whoa.
Dude,
Yeah.
Eon Flux, bro.
Ah,
Yeah, that was a little later, but yeah. That was on MTV.
Liquid Television.
Oh shit.
That was
Oh,
Liquid
wow.
Television. Shout out to Andre, my cousin, who got me into all that stuff when I was little. Rest in peace. He was the one. We'd be in his trailer in Georgia at 1 o'clock in the morning in a blacked out trailer where the only light of the room was the TV. We'd be watching liquid television in the dark.
Television.
Just just pillars of my personality was in Georgia with Andre, man. Told me about anime. Got to see Chun-Li boobs on Street Fighter the animated movie. Good times.
How about the critic, John Lovitz?
Oh, go
Oh
ahead.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were talking about bringing it back, and I was
heard
like,
about
hell
that.
yes,
Yeah.
please do. I love that show. Also, King of the Hill is coming back, and I am all in.
Malcolm
Love
in the
me some
Middle's
King of the
also
Hills.
coming back.
Yes, it is.
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
Yep.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That's pretty cool.
They're all doing
That
time
was
skips.
like, what,
It's all-
32?
Yeah, it's all time. They're all time skips. They're gonna have their own kids.
Yeah.
It's gonna be the whole thing.
I like it. I hope it's written well.
Me
And I
too.
think it's everybody. I think it's everybody.
It's everybody but Dewey. Dewey's not coming
Yeah,
back.
but yeah, I think I wasn't sure about Dewey or not.
Because
Yeah.
he was like, I didn't want to be an actor in the first place. And the second
Yeah.
that show ended, he just stopped. That's crazy.
Yeah,
They
wild.
forced his hand.
Yeah, it's like, remember Newt from Aliens?
Apparently.
Like Newt never wanted
Yeah.
to be an actress or actor. So the second Aliens was done, Newt just stopped acting. and
Nuh-uh,
became-
she was
out.
in she was in Karina.
What, Newt from
Yeah.
Aliens? I
Yep.
thought she became like a defense lawyer or something like
Yeah,
that.
look it up. Yeah, she was in Karina. She was in one or two other movies as a teenager, but I can't remember what they were. She
Oh.
was in Alice in Wonderland or Secret Garden, one of those, but I think it was Alice in Wonderland. She played Alice. Yeah, how do I know this and you don't?
I thought I must stand correct. I thought she quit acting and became like a defense lawyer or something like that.
She did, I don't think she stayed acting. I don't think she acted as an adult.
They mostly come out at night, mostly.
Well, actually, she has most recently been voice actor in 2020 for a show called Thunder Island.
She
Never heard of it.
Shit. Oh, get that check,
Yeah,
mama.
not
Get that
not
check.
too many projects. Hey, yeah, do what you got to do. Do what
Mhm.
you got to do.
2025, yo.
Yeah.
I want to talk. I need to talk to Toots. I need to pick Toots' brain for a second.
So,
If you guys will indulge me a little bit.
sure.
Toots, how does it feel to dip your toe into model kit building?
I love it so far. I am scared. I mean, I'm gonna have to reinforce the table somehow because I am terrified of dropping pieces, like I did yesterday. So I love it. Like I really like it. I'm looking forward to getting this one done already. It's easier than I
How
thought.
big is that thing?
It's a 112, so it's probably about that big.
Model 112 by
Christ,
hand. How many
bro.
pieces?
Like a trillion.
I have no clue.
300?
Like
I have no clue. I didn't see.
19 trillion, dog.
No.
Like-
That's about right. About 200 or 300 pieces,
Two-
individual pieces. Yeah.
Models have always intimidated me. It's just not in my brain makeup, but I'm not mechanic by nature.
I'm pretty surprised that I'm able to pick it up. The size of the pieces are what's getting to me right now. Is they're just minuscule, and it's just
Y-
and they're
get-
minuscule for no reason. So it's funny.
Eyes.
She's got a pair
His
of pliers.
His eyes had
Yeah.
two pieces. Just the eyes alone had two pieces that I had to snap together. So it's like this is okay. Why?
Tables.
Tables, yeah. But it's gonna be good. I'm super looking forward to it. It was a lot of fun.
Does it come with paint so that you can paint it yourself, or is everything
It
already
doesn't.
done on it?
You
It
can
doesn't.
paint it, but it doesn't need to be painted.
I almost want
Okay.
him to be metallic with
Okay.
black obviously silver with like black markings and trimmings and stuff like that, but we'll see. Because I don't know how to do that. Mike would probably know better how to do that than me.
I suck at painting. I'm so intimidated. That's the one thing I'm intimidated by. Is the painting side of it. Doing spray paint primer outside, and then it's like painting a damn car. You know, it has 2 or 3 different coats of paint. You got to let it dry for 12 hours, then paint it again. I'm so intimidated. I can't.
He's
touch
like, I need all
I'll have
this
to look
heavy
it up.
equipment.
Hmm?
Gotta
I'll
cover
have
my
to look it
mouth
up,
so I don't
yeah.
get fumes.
it. Yeah, I don't want to die, dog. For Wing Gundam, you know.
We'll see what it
Absolutely.
looks like. We'll see what it looks like.
It's gonna be sick no matter
But
what you do. It's gonna be
I
tight.
can't wait. I seriously can't wait.
Got the stickers on
yeah.
it and everything. Yeah, I'm so excited for you, man. That's a
Yes, thank
whole
you.
different kind of patience you're gonna gain from doing. You're gonna be a Zen master by the time you build this damn thing.
It is, and you know what? Like it's something completely different. It's something new, and if you only YOLO, you know what I mean.
You're
So
gonna, yeah, try
yeah,
it.
I'm excited.
You
New
made
is
it.
Yeah,
good.
new is good. I agree. So
New
yeah,
is
I'm
good.
very much excited for it. Yeah, thank you for asking.
Of course, I'm.
And you know what? Thank you for letting me go with you. I mean, that was literally on a whim. That was literally on a whim that we hit up the robot shop.
Shout out to Robots for Less
Yeah, for
and
sure.
Fullerton. Those guys are goats, and they have everything. And yeah, we had no plans that day. We were just gonna get some food.
Mm-mm.
We just ended up going and Toots found inspiration and turned it into a channel. Isn't that lovely?
Well, I
Hmm?
told you guys that I was gonna do something on Twitch. I just wasn't sure what, if it was gonna play something. If it was, anyway, so I think I chose the right thing.
You
You
did.
know what I mean? Like it. You know what it tells me? It tells me that if anybody is interested, then we probably have a lot more in common than that. So I think that's pretty cool.
You're
You
slowly
know what I mean?
becoming
I like
the
that. I like that type of audience.
Toots is always like, I'm not a master of the Nerdiverse. I'm like, yes, you
I'm
are.
really not.
Yes,
I'm
you
not.
are.
I'm way cooler than you guys.
Yes,
It's
you are. I
impossible.
know it. You are just like Brian's older than us. You're cooler than all of us,
I'm
dude.
way. I yeah.
Just like
Cool
Brian's.
points out the window,
Yeah, you're the
man.
coolest of the three. You know what I'm saying?
Uh,
But you're still a master of the Nerdiverse.
yeah, it's arguable.
You still know the lyrics to Hamilton. You know what I'm
I
saying?
do. I do. Almost all of them.
Almost all of them. So,
Hell yeah.
we're masters in our own right. That's why I love this
Yes,
eclectic
sir.
group. Man,
Yeah, for sure. So I do have one more thing I want to bring up before you guys bring up something else. Would you guys be interested, and if anybody is watching still, would you guys be interested in us doing an Afro Samurai episode by episode review? And not now, like probably like beginning of winter time. Would you
shout outs,
guys,
shout outs,
Mike
Winter.
and B-Ray? Uh,
I would be down. I like Afro Samurai.
because you want to know why? Because we often talk about um, the erasure of white characters being replaced by black characters, vice versa, and how why can't we just create these original stories for black men? This is one of those. This is an absolutely amazingly done original story written for the role of a black fellow. So I don't know. I don't know if you guys would be interested in something like that, and not necessarily for a racial conversation. I don't really care about that aspect of it. Just the simple fact that it's a very well written film, pretty much black produced, all the way around. I mean, I think RZA does most of the soundtrack for it.
RZA.
Samuel Jackson's in it.
Well, I
It's
mean,
so well
you
done.
kind of had me sold as soon as you said RZA did the soundtrack
Yeah,
for
for
it,
sure.
and I
Yeah,
was
it's
like,
so
oh,
good.
well, anything he's attached to is pretty much goated.
Absolutely. Have you not seen it, Brian?
No,
Oh,
Ooh,
you're
yeah.
gonna love it. You're
Yeah,
gonna you're gonna freaking love it.
yo, we can do like a MOT introspective on Afro Samurai and do the whole thing, the whole kit and caboodle.
Yeah,
I
and
like that.
I don't know how many there's I think 6 episodes each season. I think if I
It's
remember
not a
correctly.
lot. It's not
Not a
a
lot.
heavy show. It's not a
And
lot to it.
they're not an hour long. I think they're half an hour long because it originally aired like on Spike, right? Spike TV or something like that. So
Spike TV,
Spike,
yeah.
yeah. We're
Purple
just bringing up
Rainstorm,
all the old good ones,
I
man.
know. We're so nostalgic
All these
today.
channels
Clean
don't
Energy,
exist anymore. You walk up to someone on the street, Spike TV, they may punch you.
G4
Spike
TV.
TV.
The best thing ever on Spike TV was MXC.
Oh
MXC
yeah,
was the best show. Oh my
yeah,
god. You cannot
yeah.
top that.
What's his name? It's Blankenship. What's his name?
Kenny Blankenship.
Kenny Blankenship.
Kenny
No?
Blankenship.
What
Oh
you
my
know about
god.
that? That shit was goaded.
Yeah.
Okay, while we're talking about RZA, there's a movie I want to do for MOTN reviews,
Okay.
and I want to get your temperature check on it for the future. Also, soundtrack made by RZA and the Wu-Tang Clan exclusively. It's called Ghost Dog.
Yeah, bro. Dude, didn't we do a Ghost Dog review? Or
No,
did we just talk about
we
for Ghost Dog for like 2 hours one day?
what
I
day we
think we
talked
just
about? Yeah,
Yeah, I think we just talked about Ghost Dog for 2 hours one day sitting at my house and like it just started. Hells yeah, bro. Ghost
Let me look it
Dog,
up.
amazing.
I want to talk.
Freaking
I
amazing.
want to do Ghost Dog so bad. And what the problem is that it's on like Amazon Prime right now, so you can just watch it if you have Amazon.
Are you
Ghost Dog: The
sure?
Way of the Samurai.
Yeah, the
Is
movie
that
is
it?
goated. It's like on Amazon Prime right now for free. Just watch it.
I could have sworn we did that review, bro.
No,
Are
man,
you
we were just chilling at your house one day eating cheese, and we just started talking about Ghost Dog for like 3 hours. Talking about
dude?
how sick that
Yeah,
movie is.
Is
yeah.
that Forrest
All
Whitaker?
right.
Yes,
Yes,
and he is
yes.
Ghost Dog
And it is one of the coldest movies
of
you
all
will
time.
watch. You're gonna end it. You're gonna be like,
Okay,
oh shit,
okay, okay.
damn,
You're
that
gonna
was dope.
that was actually dope.
Yeah,
Oh my
pigeons.
god.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm in on that. All in.
oh,
You
there we
said the
go.
magic words. Goes.
Yeah,
In fact, I look. I love Saul. Saw Gerrera is amazing, but when Forrest Whitaker hits that screen, I see Ghost Dog. That's who I see.
hey,
You
with the
know what I
braids,
mean?
bro.
Yeah.
Ghost Dog, power equality, brother. Power
You want
equality,
to talk
dog.
about Afro Samurai?
That's what I'm
There's the
saying.
Afro
Wouldn't that be the
Samurai.
best
Yeah.
double feature? Afro Samurai right behind that Ghost Dog.
Yeah.
Ah,
All right.
I'd
my
be in. I'd be so
Toots,
in. Yeah.
you down, Toots?
Hell
Gu-
yeah, I'm down. That's cool.
Guys, we
The
got a
fact that
stew
I can
cooking.
watch it for free is my favorite part.
After random select, once that's done, we got a stew
Yeah.
cooking.
I'm
Hell,
down. I'm
hell,
down. Fuck yeah. That sounds good.
Bradley, Ghost Dog is a classic. Thank you, Mike. Yeah, we used to watch it as kids, man. Me and Bradley, we would watch Ghost Dog, dog, and then
I've
rap,
seen that movie
and
at
then
least 8 times.
yeah, then rap. We would watch Ghost Dog and then freestyle, and that was kind of how the night went. Yeah, very inspirational, dude. Um, is anybody watching any footage of Doom: The Dark Ages?
No, but I was gonna ask you if you played it yet, because I am not a Doom fan because I don't really like shooters that much. But
Hmm.
it looks cool.
Looks cool. I've seen people play it. It looks very samey to Doom and Doom Eternal, but I guess that's the joke. The game is gonna Mortal Kombat's gonna look like Mortal Kombat, right?
Hmm
But I don't know. It's just like you said, there's a lot going on the screen, and my old eyes can't handle it. My old senile eyes can't follow all the lights and the colors, and I get defeated real easily.
Yeah, I prefer if I'm gonna play a shooter, I definitely prefer something, and I hate to say it, on the more realistic, slow side of things, like a modern warfare, which I'm not a fan of at all. But if I had to play one, yes, I'll play some freaking GoldenEye all day, though. If you guys want to do that, I will pick me up a Nintendo 64 controller and GoldenEye that crap up.
They're making a new GoldenEye for Switch 2. Electric Boogaloo.
Switch to,
Switch
yeah.
2 Electric Boogaloo. Oh yeah,
Nice.
Toot you down to play some GoldenEye?
No, no, that's out of my league, fellas.
No, Superman no here.
No,
No,
no, no.
no.
Why did you not sound like that, you asshole?
That's funny.
No,
That's
no.
funny.
Uh,
Also, there's some Warhammer on Xbox right now, and I have never played Warhammer, and I am also a first-person shooter, but I guess the thing that intrigues me about Warhammer is it's so deep. I've actually listened to some Warhammer books. They're awesome, but I've never played the games. I've seen the tabletop, and I see this like first-person, like Gears of War looking game, and I'm like, it looks fairly basic, like
no,
run of the mill
there's
routine.
nothing basic about Warhammer lore.
Warhammer.
I
Yeah. So,
I am a plebeian. There's a whole nerdiverse. Like there's a whole nerdiverse just for Warhammer.
yeah.
Like with their own masters that scare me. And I don't want to talk to them. We don't make eye contact in the lobby of the multiverse. I don't want to know. Those guys are intense, dude.
Did you used to or ever visit that game shop in Santa Monica? It used to be on Santa Monica Boulevard. I cannot remember the name of it, but it was like on
Third Street?
17th, 18th Street. It wasn't quite down the 3rd Street, but it was like 17th, 18th Street. It was on the left. It was a small little shop, and it was deep, and it was board game heaven. But you walked in there, and there was just Warhammer everywhere, like covering every single shelf, and you're like, damn, Warhammer. I don't
Yeah.
really know. So yeah, it's a
Warhammer is
thing.
so real, they scare me. Warhammer fans
Yeah.
scare the shit out of me because they're so real. Warhammer's the most metal shit you'll ever experience in your fucking life.
Either one of you watched that movie?
No, I'm not a Guar fan, so no.
I'm not a Guar fan. First, yeah, pretty much. I'm not even talking about Warhammer. I'm talking about like Warhammer 40K with the God of the Machines and the blessed metal and all that stuff there, and
Yeah.
in the cleanliness of iron. You know, no, that's too real for me, dog. That's above my pay grade.
All right.
I need
Well,
I need a new lifetime to start getting into Warhammer. I need to start over.
that's kind of how I feel. So I was watching the trailer right before stream, and I was like, I don't know, man. Like, I don't know if I have room for something like this. Because what if I like it?
Nah,
You know what I mean? Then it's like all the other stuff.
I would have to.
I got one universe that's pretty damn big, and it consumes a
Yeah.
lot of my time.
I would have to control, alt, delete all of Dragon Ball to make room for Warhammer. You know what I mean? I control, alt, delete all of Dragon Ball. Who's Goku? Like, I would need to get all of it out of there to make room for Warhammer. And even then, I have stuff to learn. Warhammer intimidates the hell out of me. It's like One Piece. Like, I will never get into One Piece because I don't have 1,000 hours to dedicate to the content, dog. That's just too.
I do like One Punch.
I like One Punch.
One Punch Man is
I like the
pretty
concept. He beats everybody with one punch. I'm with it.
Dope.
I fucks with it. Remember Say Cry Id on Toonami? The obscure anime like Kashan, dude. Shout outs Mike Prime. Kashan, bro. Robot Hunter Kashan, dog. Hurricane Palomar, dog.
Oh, Robot Hunter.
Robot Hunter Kashan. Bio Booster Guyver, dog. Jesus. I'm mad.
I sold some Robot Hunter laser disc.
Why didn't you
That's
sell
about
them?
what I can tell you.
Why didn't you sell
I
them
had-
to me?
Because I mean, I probably showed them to you because I had like 8 of them, bro. Like, and I sold all of them. They
Okay.
were dope.
Just so we can fix
Sorry.
things. Watch, just so we have an understanding. There's 3 words that I need. If you ever come across them in your finds, you just give them to me and I'll pay you whatever you want. Okay.
Okay.
The first word is Guyver. You see anything called Guyver, just give it to me. Okay. The second word is Kashan. Kashan needs to be in my blood. And the last one is called Ronin Warriors. Ronin Warriors.
That one I actually think I know.
So if you see those in your day to day, don't even just call me and I will do whatever you need, Doug. I got these cheeseburgers, man. Just,
Yeah, man.
just so you know what I'm
I'll
talking.
keep an eye out for that.
Just so you can understand the severity of the situation. I got these cheeseburgers, man. I'm just saying.
I'm in. All right. Done. Dundee.
I just I'm as passionate about Guyver as I am about Burn Notice. Like, the Guyver is the coolest thing on earth to me. I don't know why.
I'm glad you brought up Burn Notice because I know we're going to be wrapping up here shortly. But I did want to say, so I started reading randomly or listening to an X-Files book called Goblins.
Nice.
And damn it, I think I want to do an X-Files run. It's been a long time. But listening to Scully and Mulder and the whole thing, and I was like, that was such an amazing show. At least the first
Brian.
4 or 5 seasons were awesome.
Would you be down for us to do Patreon content, going episode by episode of X-Files? I can't think of any podcast that's doing that right now.
I mean,
It's a
that's
commitment.
lot.
It's a commitment, but no one's doing it. I can't think of one X-Files themed podcast,
Me
and
neither.
it's a lot,
Me neither.
and it's good as shit.
It is
Yes.
really good. It is really good.
That could be
So-
Patreon content right there, dude.
I'm going to have to think about it because as I was having this thought that I want to do an X-Files run, the only thing that gives me pause, like Tootie mentioned with Afro Samurai, she's like, well, it's only half an hour. And those are magic words to my ears.
Old ass man.
Like,
Timed.
dude, like...
I ain't mad at you though. It's-
Like you want 23 episodes of 10 seasons of 55-minute runs, that's a lot
It's a
of
commitment.
time.
It's a commitment.
It's a lot of time.
But we
So I
got to
don't
do
know.
something. It's got to be X-Files or Twilight Zone or something, dog. Like,
Well,
because it's
Tootie's in the Twilight Zone, and I've already watched it for the Twilight Bros thing. So we could probably do that. It doesn't require another extra. Well, it has been a
It
bit.
really doesn't.
I really want to
And
do
they're
Twilight
good.
Zone.
Yeah,
It's
a
it's
lot
in
of them
my
are very memorable.
it's in my
Yeah.
blood, dude. Like it's just right.
Yeah.
It's literally. Oh, I want to do
If you
Twilight
wanted to
Zone
do
so
that
bad.
for Patreon, because it's half an hour, dude, I can be down with that. And it's good. X-Files, what happens when you get to season 6, episode 8?
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
You're like,
Bradley, why no X Files? Why does okay? What is it? How is it, Bradley? Why no X Files, Doug? Why? I need to know. Because why does it Bradley like X Files, Doug? Is it Mulder and Scully? Is it the aliens? Is it the Fluke Man? Tell me it's not the Fluke Man. Fluke Man's goated. I love Fluke Man. Toots, do you know about Fluke Man?
Nope, doesn't ring a bell.
Yeah, go in the internets and type in Fluke Man and you'll see his ugly face. It's dumb. They have to fight the Fluke Man. He's a man who's part fluke. And it's
Yeah.
just the dumbest thing you'll see all day. I promise
Yeah.
you. It's one of my favorite episodes because it's so stupid. And
Oh,
he's
any
shit.
plans for the weekends, kids?
This guy has lore and shit.
yeah, Fluke Man is goated, dog. Shut up.
Oh, I remember this one. Yeah.
He has a little mouth.
Yeah, I remember.
He has a little
Yeah.
monster mouth. It's
He actually
dumb.
is scary.
Yeah, Fluke Man
He
will get
actually
you.
is kind of scary.
He's in the
Yeah.
walls,
Dude, if you turn off the lights, and you focus in on some X-Files, you get the heebie-jeebies watching that shit. Some
For
of
sure.
it. Some of it is like, yo, this is
Yeah.
Chris Carter. What
If
were you
not-
Looking behind
smoking,
you and
bro?
shit. Yeah.
If not the scariest show of all time, I can't think of a show scarier than X Files.
Right up there.
Like legit, like I can't sleep. Scary. There's some episodes that are just terrifying.
Are you American Horror Story fans? I did not watch. I like
First
the
2 or 3
commercial.
seasons. I stopped at the Coven.
Okay.
Stopped at
Yeah,
the
that one
Witches.
was kind of lame. Yeah.
Yeah, because I was like, Carnival was good.
The Carnival was so good. I think
Yeah.
that's probably my favorite out of all of them, for
Yep.
sure. Yeah. It was good.
Plans
Well, I'm
for
ready to
this-
do plugs because
Yeah, I was gonna say plans for this
this laptop
weekend.
is about to die.
It's about that
Oh, I'm
time.
working all weekend. I'm excited.
Talk to us
I'm
about
working
it.
all weekend.
Plug. Talk to us about it.
Oh, I'm working at the Santa Monica Pier this weekend. That's they're doing a Japan Fest, and Japan Fest is wild. So I'm looking forward to it.
There's gonna be so much good food.
Yeah, lots of good food and lots of great sake. So I'm very much looking forward to the weekend. It's gonna be a fun weekend. So
You ever do concerts at the beach during the summer at the pier?
oh heck yeah, and they're
Yeah,
always
good time.
every single one of them is free. Yeah, the
Yeah.
concerts at the park, concerts at like 'tis the season right now. I'm loving it.
Freaking packed like no one's business, that beach.
Yeah.
But it's still a good time,
It
regardless.
is, yeah. It is, yeah. All right, I better do plugs because this thing's about to die. Oh wait,
Real quick.
are you guys ready? Okay.
What I'm doing this weekend. This guy. I'm gonna
That's
search this guy.
it.
Yeah.
That's the one, huh?
Yeah, that's the one. Me.
Ridiculous.
Yeah, I'm gonna quietly work on this. It's supposed to rain this weekend, so I'm gonna stay in the house. I'm gonna quietly put on some Sade, and I'm gonna start working on this big bastard.
That's
Some
insane.
Yeah, it's gonna take
Some
forever.
Sade.
I can't wait. Yeah, man.
How about you, Brian? What are you doing this weekend?
Yeah, man.
Andor tomorrow.
Ah, there we
They
go.
did full stop. 8 a.m. beer, Andor. Done.
Gotcha.
That's
Gotcha.
it. What'd you do on your Saturday? Watch Star Wars all
Star
day.
Wars.
Drink beer.
Star Wars.
That's smart.
That's it. That's it.
Cool. Plug
Understandable. Absolutely understandable. All right, let's do it. Let's do some plugs. So tomorrow we have MOTN
She was trying.
One episode. We can't have one episode, can we? I love it. Is she back?
Nope.
Not yet. The question is, the salami lid won't fit. The salami lid, it died. All right.
It
All right. If Toots can come back, I'll start the plugs and let Toots finish. She has all the plugs. So tomorrow, no worries, Toots. We got you. I got you on plugs. Let me know how we sounding. Let me know if I miss any plugs too. Um, Tomorrow is MOTN Figured It Out, where we will be talking a bit more about my little buddy down there, the Gundam Wing um, Zero Suit. Um, no worries, Toots. We got you. We got you. And also it's a 1/6 scale stuff. Watch, they are coming out with a 1/6 scale return of the Sith Vader on the table from the end of the film. The whole table with the Anakin face. The entire table with the droids and shit.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Bro,
buddy.
it looks
Oh man,
insane.
that's
1/6
that's a
scale.
horror scene.
If I didn't already have a Vader, bro, I'll be like, so we got some goodies. Attack of the Clones, artisan Obi-Wan Kenobi with the long hair.
Oh,
You know, Space Jesus. We got some things to talk about.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Stay tuned
All
tomorrow
right.
night, 8:00. 8:00.
All right.
What's coming up? We have MOTN Random Select coming up on Wednesday. This Wednesday. We're gonna
Next
be
Wednesday.
next Wednesday.
Next Wednesday.
All right, next Wednesday.
Don't,
You're right.
don't
You're right.
do
You're
that.
right.
Yeah, you got Andor tomorrow.
Got Andor tomorrow, but that's gonna be Scott Pilgrim versus the World versus Old Boy. So if you want to follow along, you have time. Watch both films and be prepared for the Random Select next Wednesday. Toots is going to be doing her show, her Twitch channel, 2D's Toys, where she's going to be working on her General Grievous. I believe she's running daily, I believe. So she's going to be really attacking that. So shout outs to 2D's Toys at 2D_Odin003.
Is 2D on this evening?
I think she has to work, but I think
okay.
she
That's
may
right,
be
she's-
back tomorrow. I think that's what she was saying. Of course, Washcade. You know, you was just playing Knights of the Old Republic earlier. You were just playing The Outer Worlds. You're just balling out of control. So please check out Washcade on Twitch as well as MOTN Plays, where you can see these episodes of live daily starting Mondays, what Toots is saying, for the Tootie's Toys, where she's going to be building her first model kit. Very excited, very exciting. I'm happy to see her go through and become a model god, a gunpla god, the goddess of victory, as it were, in model kit form. So very excited about that. Other than that, of what's coming up, I think that's it. Toots, am I missing anything? I think I got it all. And I want it now. While we're getting confirmation, just want to do some quick shout outs. Shout outs to Bradley, always holding down the chat. Shout outs to Mr. Ed for popping in all the way from New Zealand, where there's actual fairy tales in New Zealand. For sure, for sure. Thank you, Toots. Cornerstone of the Nerdiverse. Wash, any final thoughts before we close this bad boy out?
No, man, have a nice weekend. Get your geek on, whatever it may be. Models, games, movies, toys, food. Go get it. Weather's nice.
Go get it. Good night, everyone. Thank you, everyone, for joining. I've, of course, been your host, Mike G. This has been MOTN Live, and we're going to say MOTN out. Lates.